might say Kristi Noem, but I'm not sure because I don't know what she'll look like by Halloween. I could go as Stephen Miller.
Ooh. Okay, good. See, there's our show. He's a sad creature, but he's evil. Hi, and welcome back to Chicks and Balances. We're the chicks who are trying to keep the world balanced, by gum.
At least our world balanced.
Yeah, the rest of you, screw you.
But if you want to come along with us, we're going to try to keep the balance going.
Yeah, we're trying. We're doing
our best.
But today we're trying to lighten it up just a hair and talking about Halloween, which is one of my favorite holidays that we celebrate. And you too.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, she used to do it at big because, you know, we raised our kids on the same street and she always had a big Halloween party for the kids, right?
Yeah, that's right. We had a huge blowout at my house. But we would base ourselves there, and then we would get dressed, and then we would go walk around the neighborhood. Lillian, I think, would bring all the margaritas. One parent would be, you know, manning the children. The other parent would be manning the margaritas. So we would all come back after the big night of candy, and the kids would go into the playroom. And we would set them down, and they would be going through their loot, and we would always, you know, put on a classic movie, one that we used to have to wait all year to watch, but now we, of course, you know, when our kids were growing up, they had Netflix and, you know, all of that. So we would like line up the greatest hits of Hollywood, of Halloween movies.
Okay, well, what is
Speaking
your
of-
favorite? What is your favorite thing to watch at Halloween?
Well, I like It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Well, that's a great one. I love it. It's not scary at all, of course.
Not at all.
And I'm the expert on scary.
You are the expert on scary. She is. Wow, she can.
So you do the Great Pumpkin.
I'll do
But
the
that
Great
is
Pumpkin.
awesome. I love the Great
I
Pumpkin.
do. It's just really, it's a childhood slam dunk every time.
100%. I love it. I watch it every year.
Yeah.
On air. I don't watch it I don't stream it. I have to watch it communally. When it hits the air, it's usually CBS. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm hardcore.
You
on
really
that.
do.
And I do Rudolph the same way, as you know.
You have a landline also. This one.
I do. We've discussed that at length in another show, but I do, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Be proud, my friend. You're keeping it alive.
I am keeping it alive. I'll tell you what my favorite scary movie is, and this is the real deal, The Exorcist. I watch it every year, usually on Halloween night, but sometimes a little further, you know, like maybe a week before. But that's the granddaddy of them all, baby.
Man, it is the granddaddy. I saw it one time when I was, now I know everybody's seen it a million times and, you know, the fan base.
Not everybody. A lot of people are still scared to watch it.
Well, again, I mean, I saw it when I was 22 years old and I did not sleep couldn't sleep for like a month afterwards.
Even at 22?
Yeah, I'm a wussy.
Oh, wow.
So it was really, it terrified me. I couldn't, not at all.
You know, it's still terrifying, and I'll give you a couple of quick props before we move on. But let me tell you, William Friedkin, who directed The Exorcist, he just died last year, I think. That's a masterpiece. A masterpiece.
It is.
And this movie is 52 years old, okay? It came out in 73. 52 years old, this movie. It still stands up. How many movies can you, how many movies from, let's say, the 80s, a scary movie in the 80s, how many of those still stand up? Not many. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because they weren't doing practical effects like William Friedkin was.
Right.
All the stuff you see in The Exorcist was really happening.
Right.
The cold freezing room, it was really a cold freezing room. That was not digitized air coming out of Linda Blair's mouth.
It's truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spinning head was actually a mannequin with a spinning head. Linda Blair, when she vomits, the classic pea soup scene, that is really tubes attached under her makeup through her mouth, and she was really. That is not effects. Wow. That is why that movie is still so. I mean, there's not one thing dated. The only thing dated in it are the clothing they wear.
Wow.
And even that's groovy.
Yeah,
you know, I love that stuff.
I love that stuff. 1973 had some great fashion.
Oh man, that's for sure.
The trench coats, the flared.
The trench coats.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a great movie, and it is scary, my friends. But let me tell you, there's a lot of artistry behind it, and I'd be glad to do another show just on this topic.
That would be a good show.
It would.
Yeah.
I went and saw William Friedkin a lecture when he came to Dallas, and it was packed, I want to tell you. Packed. And I got to ask him a question, and I'm so proud of it. I'll tell you more about it later. But
Now, what question did you ask? Or are you going to tell us about that later?
I asked him when he cast Jason Miller as Father Karras, if that was his first choice. Because to me, Jason Miller was, of course, I was 8 years old when The Exorcist came out. So, of course, I was not seeing it at the movies. But even as a teenager, when I saw it, I'm like, who is Jason Miller? And so that was casting out of the blue. And he went on to say that a lot of people were begging for that part. For instance, Paul Newman.
Oh, really?
Paul Newman wanted to be Father Karras.
Wow. I did not know that.
William Friedkin was smart enough to know, no, because all anyone's going to see is Paul Newman as Father Karras. They're not going to see Father Karras.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jason Miller is so good in that movie. Anyway.
You're such a smarty pants.
No, I'm not.
Know a
I'm
lot
just
of
a
things.
nerd.
Well, you know what? Long live nerds, because we run the world. Absolutely.
Well, one day.
One day.
One day.
Yeah.
So, okay, so my final question, and we want to hear from you too, in your, not from you too, not from Bono, but in the comments, what are you going to go as for Halloween? This will make it even more fun. Who would you go as in the Trump administration for Halloween? Who would you dress up as? I can tell you who I would. Who would you go as?
Okay, well, I was going to say you go first, but okay, I'll go, but I have a couple of different things. I was going to say Christine Ohm, but I don't know what she'll look like by Halloween, so maybe not Christine Ohm. I know what she could.
I'll tell you one thing you can bet on. Her lips will be even bigger. Yeah.
Will be even bigger. Her eyes will be even more doll-like. We just call her Valley of the Dolls or something. We should call her Doll Eyes.
Yeah.
Something. South Park's got all of that covered, and I could not be more
it's delightful.
Ecstatic about it.
It is delightful.
Thank you for your service, Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The one that I think I would go as this Halloween, if I have to pick from the administration, is the scariest of them all, and that is Stephen Miller, which would be super easy. All you have to do is get a bald cap right and look like you haven't had sex in 10 years. Who'd you go as?
You also have to be very pasty, so I
have to be pasty.
I could rock the Stephen Miller.
Well, you could. You need a bald. Yeah, we can. Yeah,
but I would go as Rudy Giuliani.
That's a good one.
Because how easy would that be? All you have to do is have hair, have a streak of brown running down your face.
That's so funny.
And wear a pair of some sort of dress pants pulled way up to your rib cage.
Yes.
And or a pair of shorts that don't fit you, that are like too big Bermudas.
Yeah.
Anyway, what an easy thing.
Easy. But I want to see him in lederhosen also. Lederhosen.
No, you don't want to see all of that in real life.
No, probably not.
So anyway, we'd like to see what you guys, if you could dress up for Halloween, but only as someone in the Trump administration, who would it be? Or in the Trump orbit. In the Trump orbit.
In the Trump orbit is really good because they've collected so many now.
Yes.
There's so many. There's lesser devils. There's senior devils. There's junior devils. There's so many to pick from.
Oh my gosh, there's so many to pick up. So we hope we'll put that in the comments, and we'd love to see. We'll maybe do a poll.
Yeah, let's do a poll. And maybe we'll have a prize. We like prizes.
We do like prizes. A bag of candy corn is in your future.
That is so lame.
Or maybe whoever gets the most votes, then we actually will dress up as.
Yeah, we will. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Great idea. Thank you for hanging with us, and we hope you have a wonderful Halloween. It's a fun holiday, so enjoy it. Focus on the joy of it. Focus on your children, and tune out all of the crazy stuff coming out of Washington, D.C.
And stay safe out there. No pixie sticks, for the love of God. If you know, you know.
Okay.